Hello everyone, my name's Stacy. I'm totally new to this YouTube thing, so forgive me for my awkwardness at first here. It's kind of difficult just talking to yourself, but wanting, to get all your points out. Um, I'm in my closet right now. It's the quietest place in my house. I have a walk-in closet where I have like a little area and a desk where I do like Cricut and stuff. I do some crafting, and I have a little desk area that I'm sitting. Excuse my son's drawing behind me. He got a hold of a marker. But the whole purpose of this video is that I am starting my denture journey. I've watched so many videos on YouTube over the last month and a half since finding out that I was getting dentures. I mean obsessively watching YouTube videos. I've watched so many people, so many experiences, so many good, so many bad. I just kind of wanted to come on here and give my own experience, because everybody goes through things differently, and sometimes you can relate to someone more than you can relate to someone else. And so I just kind of wanted to come on here and give my experience. Maybe someone can relate to me. I'm still on the other side of things. I have not gotten my teeth pulled yet, obviously. Still my teeth. I go next Friday. Today is Thursday, April 1st, April Fool's Day of all days. I go next Friday, April 9th at 10:45. Kind of sucks because I have to drive 2 hours away to my oral surgeon and then 2 hours back afterwards to get home. So the drive's gonna suck afterwards, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm 30 years old, so I'm kind of on the younger side of things, but I'm finding that it's not too uncommon for someone my age to be going through this. A lot more people have dentures than I thought, and that kind of gives me comfort, because at one point I felt alone. I felt like I was kind of the only person going through, not the only person, but I felt like I was one of few going through this, and it's kind of, as much as I hate to think that other people have to go through this so young, it's nice knowing you're not alone. I mean, where do I start? The reason I'm getting my teeth pulled, it was kind of my own decision. A dentist really didn't push me into the direction of feeling like I needed to get my teeth pulled. I've had problems all my life. Growing up, I never really had good dental care. My parents didn't take me to the dentist often enough. My dad wasn't around, and my mom didn't do a great job of taking me. And then anytime I would go, it was never a good experience. Like, every time I go, I would need some kind of work. So because of needing the needles and stuff at such a young age, I really started to fear the dentist. So because of that, I went less and less as a child, except for when my mom would make me. And then as an adult, I just completely didn't care to go because I was scared. Like, why would I want to go if I'm scared? And because of that, and then I had 7 children. Yes, I have 7 children. And I have a husband. We have been married for 9 years. We've been together for 17 years. We are junior high sweethearts. We've been together since 7th grade. And yes, we have 7 children together. My oldest is 13. We had him when we were 17. And then I have twins. They are going to be 11 next week. Then I have a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And because of having so many children over the course of the last 13 years, I've really taken some damage to my teeth, especially when it comes to calcium and stuff. I've always been vitamin deficient my whole life. And since then, that's just made things worse. I started to notice my enamel was thinning. My teeth started to become translucent at the bottom, I guess. There for a while, I was noticing cavities, but again, wasn't doing anything about it because I'm a sissy, you know. I've given birth 7 times, but going to the dentist, hell no, I can't even handle a cavity getting filled. I'm a baby. I don't know why, but just hearing that drill, it just really sends me through the roof. I can't. But anyway, I also wear fake hair because I have vitamin problems. Like I said, I now have alopecia. And this journey has really brought me to a point that I'm struggling with my self-identity. And by looking at this video, you see that I wear a ton of makeup because I love it. It is what it is. It makes me feel like better about myself, and I just take the time every day to do my makeup because that's the one thing I like to do for myself. But anyway, my whole point is, because of my sickness that's caused my hair loss, which I'll get to that in another video. Here's my real hair. I wear an extension and then a hair topper. But like I said, I'll get into that in another video. But because of having to wear fake hair and then wearing makeup, usually I have my nails done. I just took those off for surgery because I was afraid having long nails I wouldn't be able to pull my denture out and I may hurt myself. So I took a break, which sucks because I really miss my nails. But anyway, I like to get my nails done. I like to wear makeup, and now I'm gonna have fake teeth. I'm struggling identity-wise because I feel like everything about me is fake, in a sense, and I feel like that makes people judge me, even though a lot of people don't even know about my hair if I don't mention it. People say people won't know about my teeth. I'm kind of scared because, as you can see, I have very prominent canines, almost vampire teeth, and my front teeth are crooked. So I worry for the people who know me personally that this is going to be pretty obvious to them. But at the same time, I don't care, because I keep telling myself that I'd rather have beautiful fake teeth than walk around like this with real teeth. Because I'm looking awfully silly right now as it is. I'm missing a bunch of molars up here. I'm missing 2 on this side, 1 on this side, and I've had my back molars removed, my 3rd molars on both top and bottom, and my wisdom teeth on the top. But like I said, I know I keep getting off topic. I can't ever keep my head straight, so I apologize. I'm bouncing all over. I do have notes here because I know I won't remember everything if I don't. But like I said, I never had a good dental experience as a child, so that kind of grew my fear growing up. And even as an adult, I never went to the dentist unless I was having an issue. So fast forward to 2011, I was having some problems with my back molars, and when I went in, I found out that my wisdom teeth were impacted. All 4 were impacted. So upon that x-ray, they determined that they could not remove my lower wisdom teeth because they were laying right against the nerve on the bottom, and they were afraid that by pulling them, they may hit the nerve, and that would cause my whole jaw to go numb for the rest of my life. So we decided not to take that possibility, and I decided to just do my upper wisdom teeth, and I also got both of my 3rd molars pulled on the top, and I believe my 1 bottom. We left the other one, but so I was sedated for that. Like I said, I had that done in 2011. I woke up mid-sedation. I remember waking up. That was pretty freaking scary. I'm kind of nervous about that coming up, actually, because I fear I'm going to wake up in the middle of it, but I guess we just have to wait and see. But anyway, so I finally got the nerve to go to just a regular dentist back in 2015. I went to a local dentist here, and he determined I noticed some cavities on my back teeth, so that's kind of why I was going. But he had noticed that I had a cavity on the back side of this front tooth, back here. When I looked, I didn't see anything, but he tried to tell me it was there. And it being my front tooth, I was so nervous about it that I just told him to take care of that tooth that day, as well as a few others, just because I was so afraid that front tooth is going to go rotten. It's right in the front. You don't want people to see that, obviously. So I got that taken care of that day. He did whatever. He gave me a filling right in the middle. It was kind of weird because it wasn't like on the sides and it wasn't visible, but he claimed it was there, whatever. So I got it done. Fast forward a few years to 2018, that tooth that I had that work done on, I woke up with like the most excruciating pain I've ever felt in my entire life. The pain was up into my nostril, throbbing, like nothing I did took it away. And it being your front tooth, like even putting clove oil on it, I felt like it wasn't like absorbing it and stuff, but just because like in your molars, like it's different. Because there's no grooves and stuff on the back of your teeth, so it just felt like it was not absorbing it the way it should. Anyway, so I found a local dentist because I didn't have insurance at the time. I went to a local dentist who told me that I would need a root canal on that front tooth to save it, and that ended up costing me $500. We got the root canal done. I did not get a crown. She told me I didn't need one. They repaired the tooth in the back. It was fine, whatever. But, to be honest, it never felt like that tooth was ever dead. The whole point of a root canal is that they kill the nerve. You're not supposed to have feeling, whatever, the cavities. They clear the cavity out, fill it, pack it, blah, blah, blah. That tooth, I have had sensitivity in that tooth ever since the day I got my root canal. It was a process where I had to go back 2 different days to have that done. But ever since then, just biting down or even just randomly throughout the day, whenever I'm not doing anything, I'll feel sensitivity. It just feels like a zing, kind of. And some days more than others it would hurt, especially if like the wind was hitting it, which I find kind of odd considering it was supposed to be dead. But you know, I just dealt with it. I thought, you know, maybe this is different. It's the way it's supposed to be, and I was honestly scared of the thought of having that root canal open back up because it was not a good experience. Like, I was not completely numb up in my root. I felt a terrible zing whenever she was digging up in there with one of the probes that she had. I don't remember what it was called, but it was terrible, and I was scared to have my that tooth open back up, so I just kind of dealt with it. Stupid me. Anyway, so in regards to that tooth, I'll get back to that later. So I just kept dealing with that for a few years, whatever. So all of a sudden, back in March of 2020, which I kind of knew this was coming, I had a 3rd molar back here, and it was like black. Like, I knew it was bad. It needed pulled for a long time, and I was just scared, you know. I didn't want to go. So I kept putting it off. Woke up, horrible pain. Another abscess, just like the one up front here. I had another abscess down here. And I told myself, I'm not going through another root canal. There's no way. So, found a local dentist who accepted my insurance. I went to him to have it pulled, and that was by far the worst dental experience I've ever had in my entire life. He had no bedside manner. I was extremely nervous to begin with because, like I said, I'm just scared of the dentist, and he completely disregarded that fact. Like, I was honest with him. I told him I was scared. I asked him if he could please numb me up a little extra just because I was nervous of feeling something while he was extracting my tooth because I'd never had an extraction awake. So I was scared shitless. Excuse my language. He didn't care. He told me, we'll see if you feel it. My tooth was, like I said, I have so much crowding, and that's right next to one of my impacted wisdom teeth. The tooth was extremely impacted in the root. He had a horrible time getting it out, to the point that he was literally standing with his foot on the dental chair, pulling, yanking, which I know sometimes it needs force, like their teeth, their bone, they're in there, they need force, like he needed to use force. But he was literally on top of me, yanking. I told him I could feel everything down in the root. I was not numb enough. I had tears streaming down my face, and he just continued to pull it. I was screaming. Like, and I've never even screamed during labor. Never even screamed giving birth unmedicated. But I started to scream. Not loud, but enough to get his attention. I was embarrassed to scream loud, but I was in excruciating pain. Finally, the tooth came out. I got out of there, and I will never go back. It's sad to say that he's still in business because I know a lot of local people have been having issues with that dental practice. I'm not even sure how he still even has a license, but whatever. It's over. It's done. Anyway. So that was like in, I'd say like December of 2019. Fast forward to March of 2020, I was just having a snack one day and my top molar on the side broke in half while I was chewing a chip. So once again, didn't have good dental insurance. So I called my local Aspen Dental because someone said that they do extractions that are fairly reasonably priced. So I called. They were nice and got me in the following morning. Like, it was no issue. It was so nice. They got me in so soon. I went in. I ended up finding out that tooth, along with the one behind it, was also cracked. So I had to have both of them extracted. Once again, this tooth had a triple root, not supposed to have 3 roots, and this one was crooked. He said I have weird teeth, like my teeth are extremely cramped. So I got those 2 teeth pulled. It wasn't bad. It was a good experience. I healed well, but anyway, that was a good $500 out of my pocket. Again, having 7 children, I mean, we're not poor. We're pretty well off, but at the same time, like, I don't have money to be wasting on my teeth every few months, every couple $100 here, there, and everywhere. Like, I don't have it. And I feel horrible having to spend the money. So, like I said, there went another $500 on that. And then, literally a week later, this tooth on this side broke. Right in half, split right down the middle. So, called again, had to go in to get that pulled. That one was $210 just to have that one extracted with Novocaine. So dealt with that, whatever. I never got a partial. I was supposed to. I considered it. Never did. It's quite embarrassing to smile, to be honest. I'm to the point, like, my back teeth are starting to rot. I know it's hard to see. I'll get up close later in the video. But, so that, I got that taken care of, and Aspen was great. Like, I really liked them, but it sucks when you have to pay out of pocket for dental work because it is expensive. It's extremely expensive. So, I was just going on with my life, you know, doing my daily crap, and every day I started to notice that my front teeth in between, like, they were starting to get a little brown. Like, I wouldn't say they're to the worst part. I've seen some pretty decayed teeth, and if you see them up close, I know the vibe's like kind of dark in here. I'll turn some lights on, but I didn't want to for the beginning. Anyway, I started to notice they're starting to get a little dark in between my teeth here. So that started to scare me because, you know, my mom, her teeth started to separate due to gingivitis in between these teeth, which is right exactly where I'm having an issue, which is strange. Her teeth separated from gum disease. She now has dentures. She got them at 50, I believe. And then my brother, he also has dentures. He got them when he was in his 30s. I'm not sure exactly what age, but sometime in his 30s. Younger 30s. But so I'm starting to have periodontal disease. I have gingivitis and my gums are starting to recede in several places. But anyway, I started noticing that my front tooth had extreme sensitivity. Like, every time, even just if I touch it a little, like, I feel that zing. It's just constantly a zing. And then down here on the bottom, I thought I cracked this tooth, so I went into Aspen Dental to see about having that tooth pulled. He said it's not cracked. I mean, I do have a lot of work that needs done down here as far as fillings go. On a few teeth back here. My front teeth are in good shape. So the good news is I only need a top denture. However, I do have a lot of work down here that needs done that I'm afraid to get done. So it's like, even whenever this is over with, I still have to go through some shit to get my bottom teeth done, and I'm dreading that. I honestly contemplated just getting all of my teeth pulled just so I'd never have to go through this again, because when I say I literally hate the dentist, I hate the dentist. Like, I'd rather do anything than go to the dentist. So I seriously contemplated just getting all my teeth pulled because it seemed like the easiest route. But after watching so many videos and doing so much research and talking to Facebook groups, everyone says your bottom teeth really change everything. And they're the hardest thing to adapt to. And they don't stay in and they don't fit right. And a lot of people can't eat with them in. And because my teeth aren't in the worst shape, I decided it's just best for me to keep them for now. So that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, so I went into Aspen Dental about that molar, and he told me that it wasn't cracked, whatever. So then the following week, the top molar right above it, I felt like they smacked together. Ever since I got these teeth pulled, it's like misaligned my teeth and how they were used to sitting. So now my molars are hitting each other because they don't have those other teeth there to block it, and it's causing them to crack because they're crap. Like, I have horrible teeth. They just don't have the nutrients and the vitamins that they need. They're just brittle and translucent, and the enamel is going away. So I went in because I thought my top tooth right above that one cracked, and he said it did slightly but not enough to have it pulled. So then I was talking to him because of this front tooth, and he looked. I had another x-ray done that I had to pay for because it wasn't my first appointment. And he confirmed that my front tooth is cracked up into my root now. So the tooth that I had the root canal on that I'm feeling extreme sensitivity in, the root canal has now cracked up into my gum line, and this tooth cannot be saved. So I was given a few options. I can either pull that tooth and get a partial for these teeth and that tooth, which like I said, this tooth needs work. These two teeth need work, a lot of work. Like, I would not trust putting a partial on these teeth to hold because they're not in well enough shape to hold metal. And that's the problem with partials. They have to be held on to other teeth. And I do not have strong enough teeth to hold on a partial denture. They also mentioned just pulling all 4 of my front teeth and then keeping my fangs and keeping my 2 back molars and getting a partial. But upon looking at partials, like, you can just see them in your gum. They look obvious when you smile. If you don't have a full denture, you can just completely see the gum on the temporary. Excuse me, I need to take a drink. That's another thing. I'm sure all the Red Bull that I drink does not help me in any sense of my body, but it is what it is. I brush my teeth. I've never done drugs. Like, I have so many speculations that, like, I'm sure people will feel some type of way when they see that I'm young and I have dentures. Like, people just assume that you've done things, or that you were a crackhead, or that you were on heroin, or that, you know, you're dirty and you don't brush your teeth. Like, I brush my teeth twice a day, and especially ever since all this shit's been going on, like, I obsessively brush my teeth trying to save my bottom teeth. But I worry about the way that people are going to think of me, even though I really shouldn't, like, because this is bettering me. I try to tell myself all the time, like I told you, I'd rather walk around with a beautiful smile that's fake than walk around with these jacked up teeth I got. And this front tooth here that's crooked is starting to get a cavity on the back side as well. So after talking to him and hearing that my front tooth's cracked, him giving me all my options, like, they printed me out papers of my, how much it would cost for a partial versus how much it would cost for a full denture. And honestly, the partial was, I think, $400 more than the denture. And I told myself, I even said to the dentist, like, even if I do a partial now, 5 to 10 years from now, I'm going to be in the same position to where I need a full denture. Because the partial is going to do so much damage to my already brittle teeth that they're not going to last long. A partial just wasn't for me. So I made the decision on my own that I was going to get full dentures on the top. I'm having a really hard time with that decision now because I'm scared to death. My surgery is only 8 days away, and I feel like I'm putting myself through this situation. I chose to do this, and I'm scared of the pain, and I keep telling myself that I'm doing this to myself. Why did I do this to myself? But I also have to keep reminding myself why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to better my life and to make me healthy. I'm tired of toothaches. I'm tired of infections. I'm tired of being in pain. I'm tired of looking like crap. I'm really, like I said, I'm just struggling with the idea of I did this to myself. It's really hard feeling like you don't have anybody to talk to. Like, my mom kind of understands because she has dentures, but, like, I'm super young, and she was, like, not there whenever she was getting her dentures. Like, she's sober now. Things are better, so I'll get into that in another video. But anyway, so yeah, I go 8 days from now. I'm scared to death. I'm going to do another video of all of the things that I've bought to prepare for the E-Day. I kind of probably took it too far. I bought a lot of things that I probably don't even need just because people said that they help. Probably overspent way too much, but it is what it is. If I have it on hand, I'll be thankful that I have it rather than not having it, right? So, I know this video is really long, but I guess I'll show you guys my denture. Anyway, this is what ended up happening. So for me to get all of my teeth pulled at Aspen without insurance, because they do not accept my insurance, I have stupid Medicaid because I had thyroid cancer. That's another thing. My thyroid also caused a lot of tooth decay and issues with that. I have had thyroid issues my whole life and ended up finding out I do have thyroid cancer. I had my thyroid removed in January of last year. That's caused a lot of issues with my teeth as well, with my autoimmune disease. And but anyway, so it was like, I believe, $4,500 for me to have my teeth pulled at Aspen. On my top teeth, my immediate denture, and then my permanent denture after 6 months. And then for the and then for the partials, they were a little over $5,000. So I ended up finding a dentist who takes my Medicaid insurance for my extractions. Now, I could go through Medicaid for a denture. They only cover one denture, which would be your permanent denture. You turn your immediate into a permanent. But honestly, I'm just not in love with the way that they look. They look very grandma, and they look obvious like dentures to me, and I was very afraid of that. I was afraid of them looking fake, and the gums look weird. I've seen too many Medicaid dentures in my city, and they just look so obvious like dentures to me. And being so young, I just want my teeth to. I'm not trying to offend anyone by any means. I'm very thankful for the fact that I could get dentures through them. Don't get me wrong. But I'm in the position that I was able to go to Aspen and pay for my dentures, and for that I'm super thankful because I got. But anyway, so I found a dentist who covers my extractions. So I'm going there to have my extractions done, and I'm being sedated. But I also had to have my teeth made at Aspen Dental. Didn't have to, but I did. Because the place where I'm getting my teeth done, they do not do dentures, so I had to outsource, and I just decided to pay for them myself. The dentures themselves were $1,798 for the full package for the Comfy Light, immediate, and permanent denture. So I got my immediate now, and then I go back in 6 months to be fitted for my permanent. And then I get to choose shade, shape, size, you know, how I want my teeth to look. I would like the fronts to be a little longer, and I also want pointy teeth because I've always had that. I don't want to get rid of it. So I ended up just deciding to pay for just dentures through Aspen instead of having them do my extractions because that was quite costly. So I'm having my teeth pulled at an oral surgeon who's 2 hours away, and I will be sedated, and then I will be given my my immediate denture, and then I will go home, and which I'm really nervous about this too because of COVID. They mentioned that they're not going to see me after my appointment. I only come back if I'm having issues, and then I don't see Aspen for I think 17 days after my procedure unless I need to see them. So I guess if I have sore spots or whatnot, I have to go back. Hopefully they'll see me quickly. I'm kind of nervous about the fact I'm not seeing anybody right away after surgery. So hopefully I heal well and don't have any issues because that's kind of making me nervous. But here is my temporary. I am blessed enough to have known the denturist at Aspen Dental who's been there a while. I sent his wife some pictures of teeth that I had in mind and asked if he could please try to mimic them to make them look more realistic. Even though they don't really offer you to design your temporaries, they don't really give you a choice. Like, she gave me like 4 colors to choose from, I think. I was not supposed to have any say in the shape or anything, but I did ask him to make a little longer canines and to make my front teeth a little larger. So here is my temporary, which it's beautiful because it looks like they even put the ridges and like veins in it, just like the permanents are supposed to have. Like, the permanents are supposed to have all this beautiful detail. Like, you see how it's a little red around the tooth, and it has like little red lines all through it to make them look more like gums. But like I said, I have little longer fangs. When I get my permanents, I'm probably gonna make my front teeth a little longer than what they have them here. But they're beautiful for being temporary dentures. But so I'm probably going to do a few more videos before we lead up to E-Day. Like I said, 8 days away. I know this was a long video, and I appreciate it if you stuck in to the end here and listened to me ramble on. Feel free to hit the subscribe button and follow me because I'm going to be posting to show y'all how my journey goes. I'll be giving updates on what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. Like I said, I'm going to do another video on all of the things I bought to prepare for E-Day. But I super appreciate everyone tuning in, and I hope you'll stick around for a while. Take care, and I hope you all have a great day.